name's Colin Salmon.
My name's Tiana Benjamin.
Yeah, man, this is my name.
Hi, I'm Donna Kroll. My name is Claire Hibashti.
Hey, this is I'm John Barnes, and you've been watching
Info at Colour Telly, I'm Dotun Adebayo. Now pay attention, ladies. The only difference is these black Brits, Lewis Hamilton, to portray Nelson Mandela, says the nation in this time. Jamaican man. Info at Colour Telly, I'm Dotun Adebayo. Info at Colour Telly, I'm Dotun Adebayo. Well, looking through the morning papers today, The Observer here in London leads with a story which really is the main story of the day, and perhaps barring or accepting a presidential inauguration on Tuesday, really would have been the main story of the week, no doubt. The headline is Revealed: The Rise of Mixed Race Britain. It's an article which is based on a survey that was carried out. Of course, Trevor Phillips himself was behind this survey. Trevor Phillips, as you know, is the head of the Equality and Human Rights Commission here in Britain, commissioned a survey, and the survey was carried out incidentally by a lecturer from my alma mater, of which I'm alumnus of the year, coincidentally, the University of Essex. And this survey, the first of its kind, or the most widespread of its kind, says that some ethnic groups are going to disappear from Britain as a result of the rise of mixed race Britain. And I've got some bad news for those of you who have African Caribbean background. Apparently you will be the first of the ethnic minorities to disappear, according to this survey. This survey is coming just off the back of all the hoo-ha with Prince Harry and his racist slurs. But this survey comes now. It's a survey that's been conducted by lecturer Lucinda Platt of the University of Essex. She's an academic in the Institute of Social and Economic Research there at the university. And what she's saying here is that there are so many relationships, biracial relationships, if you like, between particularly black men and white women in Britain, black men of an African Caribbean background specifically. I'll break down all the figures in a moment or two, but black men of an African Caribbean background, that actually the sense of there being an African Caribbean ethnic minority here in Britain will disappear eventually, and they don't quite state how long that will be. Of course, how would they know? How could they possibly know? But the figures from the survey itself, quite dramatic figures, as you can imagine, states that half of all men in Britain who have Caribbean heritage, half of all men in Britain who have Caribbean heritage and are in a relationship already have partners of a different race. This is according to this article in The Observer. And amongst other things it says is that apparently 1 in 5 black African men and 1 in 10 Indian men and women, and 2 out of every 5 Chinese women are in relationships with somebody from a race other than their own and a different racial background. 1 in 5 children now born belong to an ethnic minority, as it were. As I said, this survey was carried out by Trevor Phillips. Trevor Phillips, who's the head of the Equality and Human Rights Commission in Britain, former, of course, head of the Commission for Racial Equality, the CRE, now defunct, of course. The survey also goes on to show that some 9%, I think it is, of children are of mixed or that's it's about 9% of children are of mixed or multiple heritage. 9% of children, that's of children in the whole of Britain. The number of children of Caribbean heritage with one white parent has risen from 39% to 49%. So quite alarming statistics here in this article revealed the rise of mixed race Britain. That's the article in the Observer. Today's Observer, I hope you can see that quite clearly. The article revealed the rise of mixed race Britain. I'm sure it's a view that you have got your, or it's a topic that you've got your own views on. I'd like to hear from you, info@colourtellynewssundayjan181of3. Do you believe that the African Caribbean ethnic minority, as it were, the African Caribbean Britons will disappear? That's what this survey is saying. They will disappear. It doesn't say how long, but it says that the increased numbers of mixed race relationships, particularly amongst African Caribbean men, are resulting in what is really a disappearance, a dilution, and eventually a complete evaporation of African Caribbean heritage. That's what the article is saying.
My name's Colin Salmon.
My name's Tiana Benjamin.
Yeah, man, this is Wendy. Hi, I'm Donna Kroll. My name is Claire Bashti.
Yeah, this is I'm John Barnes, and you've been watching
Info@Colourtelly, I'm Dotun Adebayo. Now pay attention, ladies. The only difference is these portraits. Brits, Lewis is Hamilton, to portray Nelson Mandela. Says the Nation in this Jamaican man. Info@Colourtelly, I'm Dotun Adebayo.